Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota gives to Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota, flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch this. Hey, Alpha.
Check. 53. Check.
Foles. There on the catch, Alfred Blue. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check. What we got?
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the slant.
Easy.
SOS.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Foles. He hits Blue. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Fournette running out of the gun. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey.
61, matchbox, white.
2nd and 9.
Check 52.
Watch the 27-yard line.
One.
Mike, 55.
Hey, Charlie.
It's coming this way.
On 2nd and 9. Foles steps away to his left. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hey, let's get in that holes.
Hey, silver. Here we go.
Here's Foles. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Alfred Blue, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing. Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. You got 3 down.
Now Leonard Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check.
This is Fournette. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
The tackle made by Cameron Wake.
Switch.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the slant.
Go.
Check
6-6. Pull it hard.
On first down, it's Blue. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3.
Protein spill. Under.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. It's Irvin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Myles Jack there to make the tackle. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second down now, Blue. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
He's checking. Crash. Motion. Bump. Mike, 55.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Show it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On play action, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Motion. Fopo's and Mike. Mike's Fopo. One. Three.
Here's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go under. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw is Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Yeah, go, let's go, let's go.
Motion.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll run on 1st down. Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run again with Blue. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st.
At the 46-yard line.
Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
X3, 218, chop it. Here we go.
Now Fournette. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill.
Watch the shit.
They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Check your hot read.
Foles on the handoff, going to give it to Blue. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Blue draw quarter.
Check 3.
Sound 1.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Turbo 64.
On 2nd down, Blue. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Ready. Blue, ready. 3. Ricky.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
And the Titans first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get off the field, man.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota steps away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Mariota, throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
45.
Move in. One.
Set the tone, defense.
Throwing is Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Wide, get wide.
Fournette. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Tighten up.
What we got? Watch the motion.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. I'm on. Check.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Easy.
53's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Tight.
Again, it's clearing you up. Don't get nervous.
On second down now. Blue. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step.
13. 26. Go.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Foles. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
One. Check the line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
One.
Tight dog.
One.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
13.
Give me traps. Let's go. Deuce. Motion. 53's the mic.
Again, it's Fournette. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Mariota to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mariota again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films. They came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A first down throw for Mariota. Pass caught left side by Humphries. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Mariota looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw Mariota. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jags, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.